Welcome in, welcome in, welcome back to the Crypto Bully Bear channel where there's only fun decoding and no financial advice. And I want to speak about, again, this $55 to $1 thing. I'm sorry, but I got to speak about it. We got to talk about this because let's say if this is true, right? If America's going to have to come up with $55 to every dollar to this BRICS, I really don't know how it's going to work, but supposedly, like I said, you're going to need $55 to every dollar. So if your rent or your mortgage is $1,000, it's going to be $55,000. And that shit just blows my mind. So, now check this out. There's a pizzeria that they sent me. I don't know if you've seen this, but you see Big Bang? There's Big Bang, the characters. There's Big Bang on the windows. There's Big Bang on the door there. As you can see, Big Bang. And check out the price of the slice. Big Bang slice, $5.50. Okay? Now, let me explain what's on this particular Big Bang slice. Whoa. This Big Bang slice has pepperonis. That's a little spicy. They have jalapenos. That is hot as well. And then they have hot honey. So it's hot honey, jalapenos, and pepperoni. Those are all part of that's all on top of the Big Bang slice. Now, I just found it, okay, we know that slices in New York City, yes, they could be $5, $6, $7. But I've never seen a promotion on a store like that, at least me, with Big Bang Theory. So Big Bang Theory must have probably paid the pizzeria. I don't know the story, but matter of fact, I'm going to go out to Brooklyn and I'm going to go out to that pizzeria and I'm going to speak to that guy. And I'm going to do another video probably later today. So I'm going to go out to that pizzeria and I'm going to go speak to them and I'm going to find out what was said. Why do they have this particular advertisement on the pizzeria? Was it something that they're involved with the pizzeria, or is it something that they just got paid to put up as advertisement? And then I want to find out who designed that slice. Was it the Big Bang producers that told them to put out the ingredients? How did they come up with the Big Bang slice? What was spoke about? We're going to get a little information from the guys, so we'll see. Maybe, hopefully, maybe I'll be able to record it. Maybe. I have to see. I have to ask permission. But we're going to go find out what's up with that slice. So anyway, I showed you, right? $5.50. Just found it weird that it had the Big Bang next to that price. Now, again, guys, I hold XRP, all right? And just because XRP got me into the game, I'm just going to hold a small bag regardless. Even though today when I was thinking about things, I was scratching my head, and even though I think maybe XRP, Ripple, the company, might have been more of a message than maybe a company. And I know I'm reaching, all right? But I'm just going to go with my gut feeling, and I'm just going to think like out of the box, like an elite person would, because it's so easy, and I get it. People will sit there with you, XRP army, heavy XRP holders that don't want to hear about any other coin, just about Ripple and XRP. They will fight you down to the tooth and nail about how XRP is going to be the one. There ain't going to be nothing next to it. How they found information all over the place. Of course, anybody can see it. I'm a regular freaking Joe. You're a regular Joe. If you're watching my channel, you're probably like a regular Joe, because I don't think anybody is significant. Maybe 2 or 3 people that I look up to, But like me, I'm a regular Joe. Like you the viewers that are watching here, any XRP holders here, how easy was it to get information to show us Ripple is bound with partners with over 300 banks globally, sitting down in front of the world leaders, okay? And I was the one pounding my chest to be like, what other CEO do you see sitting down with world leaders? But then again, I was into the hype again because XRP got me into it. So every time I was finding something that was making XRP look stronger or any type of information, I would pound it and really believe that. But I had to step back for a minute and be like, this information that I'm gathering, that I'm seeing with these partnerships and Ripple, and so simple that we can get into online, and there's information, there's paperwork that's leaked that shows Ripple's going to be this and Ripple's going to be that and Ripple's going to be this. And I get it. And when you see all that stuff and you see the CEO sitting around world leaders and in the room with big people and the lady Rosie Rio from the Treasury going over there, you would really, really feel it, that you believe it. You understand? You're not even believing it. You're feeling it like, I am Ripple. Like, I am going to be the ripple effect of this cryptocurrency. I had those emotions as well. I had that. But what if, and I'm just saying, I'm not saying that I'm right, and I'm not saying this is correct, but I'm just saying the information was just so easy to get on this particular asset, and everyone has it, and they're promising you prices. That's where it starts to twitch in my brain. Like, who in their right mind are going to give us, the little people, this information about this ultimate coin, and then promising you prices out of this world prices? Like, you're picking this up for, at the time when I was into it, I was picking it up for like 15 cents, 20 cents a piece for XRP. Who in their right mind wouldn't invest or drop a heavy load of money being told that XRP will reach $1,000, $10,000, $1 million, that I thought once could believe, because that's the way I thought. Excuse me, I have a lot of gas. Because that's when I thought that Ripple was going to be the main gateway, that everyone's going to have to go through Ripple to use that bridge and all that. And then I was like, all right, I can see that. I can see that price being that high because of the demand. If everyone's going to be using it, if everyone needs it, then I can understand the demand. And I always say this, just like Tickle Me Elmo. Okay? Tickle Me Elmo was super cheap to make, right? They were selling it for $20. So it was dumb cheap to make because they had to make a profit off the $20. But people were willing to pay up to $2,000 and not wait online and just get a shortcut. So again, I can see these little coins having, great price above them. But to go back to what I was trying to say is, what if Ripple was a message? What if Ripple was the message that if this $55 to $1 is a true thing, right? That will cause major chaos. Imagine you with your kids and you just bought a home and your fucking, excuse my language, but shit, your mortgage would be $2,000, and then they tell you that you need $110,000, because remember it's 55 to 1. So if you're paying $1,000, it would be 55,000. If you're paying $2,000, it would be over $100,000. Now I can't even comprehend something like that, because like I said, we lived in a world, in a time, at least for me, I lived in a time where the American dollar was always number one. And there's a lot of people that always felt like, we're never in my lifetime we're ever going to see this and that. But again, like I said, if I ever told you that just the United States would be grounded completely, no flights taken off, and everybody inside their house with a curfew, you'd be telling me that I was bugging too. All right? And that was just in America. Imagine if I told you the whole fucking world. You'd be like, okay, the whole world is not going to be moving? So since I seen that, anything can be possible in my eyes. Okay? But again, let me go back to Ripple. What if Ripple, and I know you're going to be like, oh, this guy's bugging, but it looks too easy. It looks too easy of a win. All right? And I got to think outside of the box. And if it's an easy win, God bless. God bless me too, because I have a bag. Okay? And if it goes berserk, God bless, then I have a bag. And this is not for you to not buy Ripple, and this is not for you to buy Ripple. I'm just asking or saying, what if Ripple is just a message, a hype up team to have you pour your money in, right? Because we haven't really gotten a way to figure out if we're going to get a passive income, if we can stake these XRPs and get it back. Because obviously, if there's a bank coin, us retail regular Joes are not going to need XRP to be using it. We want to hold it because it's an investment, but the banks need it. But there's no format to show us that, okay, you'll be lending it or staking it to the banks, and then you're going to get a kickback percentage back. A lot of people just thinking that XRP is going to turn into $1,000, $10,000, and then they're going to cash it in and go back into the old system. And I think that's stupid, because we're investing, we're taking our fake money and buying real assets today, digital assets. So when they gain price, I'm like, why would you want to go back to the old system and transfer your real asset back into the old Ponzi scheme, paper money? Right? Why would you want to do that? Unless at that time you could do it that fast and the value of your money is there quick, and then whatever you're going to purchase at that time, you purchase it fast to get, you're trading your digital asset for another real asset. So if you have to trade it for paper money and you're buying an asset, okay, that's cool. But if you're just taking your money, your XRPs, if it does turn to $10,000 and you're converting them back over to paper money, I just think that's just like working backwards. And again, I kind of get it, because we're supposed to be invested for the money. But again, like I said, I just feel like it's like a backwards type of thing. Like we're trying to remove this monopoly paper money to get into something real. So like I said, if you're selling something real, your digital assets, to get out of that, to gain the value that it just went up, and then that's how you have to do it, God bless. But remember, Ripple got sued, right? Now let's go back to Ripple on why I think that maybe it could be a message more than an opportunity for us. And again, I pray, I sit and I hope that XRP is a fucking opportunity for us, because like I said, I hold the bag, okay? I do. But there's just a lot of things that I've seen that's just got a red flag for me. And since it's my journey, I have to put it out there. All right? Again, it's not to shake you off of XRP. This does not make you jump into XRP. This is just me thinking out of the box. So you know that Ripple got sued on the 22nd. And then I think in July they came out with the news of the Ripple case on June or July. I think July 22nd. So there's a lot of number 22s that link up with Ripple and XRP, with events, with announcements, and all this other stuff, right? And they're big announcements that usually come out, and they have some type of connection with 22. What if Ripple was the message about being a ripple effect? Now, like I said, they have a lot of events and things that happen on the 22nd. As we know, 22 can be flipped to 55. So when I started thinking like that, I was like, shit. What if, I mean, again, because I said this information is just way too easy to get, to understand that this one company has been sitting around with the big boys and partnering up with all these, big banks, big names, big institutions, having their Ripple name placed in big positions on the white paper. But I just want to know, what do you think? Do you think maybe that Ripple could be a message more than an opportunity? Do you? Because like I said, if this is true, $55 to 1, right? I just showed you that pizzeria, $5.50. I talked about the Legos TV show that had the big boat that collapsed. That said to me it said 505. Somebody wants to say it says SOS on it. So I asked that person if you feel like it said SOS, then what was the SOS about? A collapse? Because if it's a collapse, I'm thinking it's a collapse of the economy or the dollar anyway. So it still connects to the money, you know. But I just want to, hear you out. But it's just funny. Like I said, you have that Lego boat that fell over. The only boat that had the number 55 on it. Beverly Hills Cop. He goes into the freaking, like I said, he goes into a warehouse with bonds. And they're talking. And as he's speaking about it, and I can't remember the pinpoint number. I don't even know if it was 1, 2, or 3. I just know that Eddie Murphy went into a warehouse that said bonds. And as he was in there, the conversation was going on, and they mentioned 500, and right after that, they mentioned 5. So there was another 5-5 connection with the bonds. All right? And again, if all our money's in bonds, and when we get money, we sell our bonds in order to get cash, if they're not trading in dollars anymore, and they don't want the American dollar anymore, who the fuck are we going to sell our bonds to? Right? And if we can't sell our bonds, that means that shit can flip out of hand. So imagine if they came down now and they told you, right? If the bonds are not taking it, if this is actually true and this is what's going on, no one's going to want to accept the dollar. So then they're going to have to go to what they're accepting now, which is maybe the BRICS. I don't know what the BRICS currency is going to be or whatever it's going to be. But whatever that may be, that would cause a freaking ripple effect like you wouldn't believe across the states. You know how many people would be homeless that can't even afford the house? Even if you paid off your freaking mortgage. If your taxes were... if your taxes were freaking $1,000, there'll be $55,000. There's some people in freaking Jersey. There's some people in Jersey that their taxes are $10,000. Yeah. $500,000 in taxes a year? $550,000? If you're paying over $10,000 in taxes, most likely in Jersey, you're telling me that your taxes alone is going to be $500,000? Of course you're going to lose your house. Who's going to afford that? Well, tell me what you feel. Tell me what you think in the comments. All right? Do you think that maybe Ripple could be more of a message than an opportunity? Why does Ripple always fall on 22? Always an event, always a big announcement, always something that connects to 22. Is 22 really 22? Or is 22 55? Are they trying to show us something? I'm just curious. I'm just trying to get down to the message. I don't want... Again, if it doesn't happen, God bless, it doesn't happen. You understand? If everybody gets prepared for something like an event like this and it doesn't happen, then shit, we dodged the bullet. But it'd be sucked if you didn't know about this and then all of a sudden this thing just came out of nowhere and just, slapped the crap out of us, kind of sideswipe us, then yeah, I wouldn't want that to happen. So it's better to, I guess right now, to assume that it could happen, because then we could prepare ourselves, and if it doesn't happen, then we could say God bless and never happen. But the last thing you want to do is sleep on it and doubt that it can happen, and then all of a sudden it does happen. And then you're stuck with your finger in your booty. You don't even know what's a duty. So that's the last thing that you want. I'm just trying to see if there's anything here else that I can kind of show you. I think it was on my other phone. Something about 5,500. I don't know. Anyway, I guess that's it for now. Just be prepared. And again, answer me this question. Do you think Ripple's an opportunity, or do you think maybe Ripple could be a message? Because, with the alert system going on in the beginning of the month, 1 month before this thing is supposedly going to be happening, November 5th, right? November 5th, to me, I think there's going to be some type of blood crash or some type of explosion. I don't know if it's going to go up or down, but some type of explosion is going to happen. Just found it funny. It was like a month and a day before that they had this worldwide test or national test across our phones and shit like that. So I can see a ripple effect on its way. I just hope that you guys are prepared and whatever this may be doesn't affect everybody in a painful way. Anyway, thank you for liking, watching, subscribing. And if you enjoy what you see, if you enjoy my journey, if I have helped you along the way, if you want to show some love at I Told You So Wallet, I Told You So Wallet at the WebAuth Wallet. If not, God bless. Just try to be here to inform you, ask your opinions, because again, what I see might not truly be truthful, you know? And I want to make sure what I see is what you see. So that's it. Thank you for liking, watching, subscribing.